if you thought that the right-wing infighting was pathetic and also hilarious, Kev, I have messaged you something even more pathetic and even more hilarious. It's beyond parody. It's genuinely beyond parody. I cannot believe this is something that's happened. This is genuinely something that's happened.
In July, Jonathan Ashworth, praise be upon him, was defeated by independent candidate Shaukat Adam. Shaukat is an optician. A new optician opened opposite him. See what Ashworth posted and the response. Ashworth went on to delete the post. Okay. So Jonathan Ashworth, you may notice him, recognize him as the person on every television show ever.
Indeed, and the current head of Labour Together. So, as a politician currently, as a member of the political class and a member of the Labour establishment, he's in a very powerful position. He may not be a member of the cabinet anymore because he was a shadow cabinet minister before he lost his seat, lol. He's still in a very, very powerful position. He has lots of influence in the party as head of their major think tank that helped mastermind Keir Starmer's victory in the leadership contest and subsequent victory in the election. He's been the think tank Labour Together has been an integral part of the Starmer project, and he is now the head of it. So he has lots of important things going on.
So he says, this is exciting news for Queen's Road. A new optician selling quality glasses, good value, and not at rip-off prices. And the shop also offers piano lessons. That's my New Year's resolution sorted. So head to Brian's to buy your glasses and learn the piano on Queen's Road. Now, that's an interesting combination of things as businesses go. Like, you should diversify. Sure, that's fine. But glasses and piano lessons is not something I would naturally think would go together. But, fine. There's nothing wrong so far.
But the funny part, of course, as has been mentioned by Owen Jones, is that Jonathan Ashworth has continually, he's continually been bitter about the fact that he lost his seat at the election ever since it happened. He tweets about...
I don't know, because you can't tell from just the 700 posts and the constant references to it on the TV about how he lost and how he was rejected by the people of Leicester. I don't think you can make that as a judgment. He could just be doing a very interesting bit of theatre.
That's true. I think, to be fair, I say he's not a member of the cabinet. He has recently been appointed as Secretary of State for sore losers. It's true.
That is literally true, of course.
But despite tweeting out about Shaukat Adam, scrutinising his votes in Parliament, and having like
a fucking bunny boiler, like a woman scorned.
Exactly. Yeah. And then afterwards having the pity party thrown by all the media coddling him by saying, oh, you were bullied by Shaukat Adam supporters during the election and they lied about him being Genocide John on their election leaflets. He's so petty. He's so pathetic. He's so terribly pathetic as a scorned loser that he is using his official blue check Facebook account to promote an optician in Leicester South that competes with Shaukat Adams' optometrist centre within the constituency that he lost. That is how pathetic he is.
So, Leicester Clarendon, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like he's narrating a cheap TV advert for JML kitchen appliance, only more bitter. Fair. Knowing this shop is apparently endorsed by JA will encourage me to seek out the alternatives on Queen's Road. I tend to choose my personal experience that following a politician's personal or not so personal opinion. I think he needs to get a life and stop being bitter. He's no longer relevant, but trying so hard to be. Oh. And this is not at all connected with the fact that Jonathan Ashworth was defeated at the last election by independent candidate and optometrist Shaukat Adam, who was an optician shop on, you guessed it, Queen's Road, Leicester. It's just a random business on a street. Any relation to another person is just obviously completely irrelevant.
Completely coincidental that there happens to be an optometrist who happens to beat Jonathan Ashworth at the election that he happens to have a really big bugbear over. Yeah. Complete coincidence.
Absolutely. I think Mr. Ashworth is pissed off because the optician, Mr. Shaukat Adam, has took his chair, and then Liz Yates just to round things off. I may have broken a rib laughing at this.
Honestly, it's just mind-blowing. You are in one of the most powerful positions in the background of the Starmer Politburo. You've had a very long career in politics, and you cucked yourself out so many times by just going with the Politburo's lines, by attacking the Bangladeshi community, who are a key part of your electorate, and then the absolute level of entitlement, because that's what this is, right? This is entitlement. He feels like he is scorned because he is entitled to his Leicester South seat.
Yeah, he feels like he's had something stolen from him that belongs to him. Yeah,
exactly. He feels entitled to continue to represent Leicester South, even though he literally spent his entire time attacking his own constituents. It was absolutely pathetic. And it just shows you that where the brain space of these people are.
Yeah, he didn't see himself as a servant of the people of Leicester South, but as some sort of conquering behemoth that
overlord.
Couldn't be taken down, to the point where he didn't have to consider the opinions of the people about anything. Like you say, he was happy to come out and follow the line about attacking Bangladeshis, even though he had lots of them in his community who were already going to be pissed off with him because he supported the genocide of the Palestinian people, right? And he just thought, well, I've got such a big majority that I don't have to care, because he felt entitled. Like you say, he wasn't a servant; they were his servant, and they got in the way.
And that's the thing, is that I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again, is that in so much of our political class, when you lose to somebody from the right, the line is always, well, you can't say the electorate were wrong, you have to change yourself to be able to win them over next time. You know, if you say the election was wrong, if you say the voters got it wrong, you're a bad loser who needs to learn to respect their wishes. Yet when you lose to the left, it's an outrage. It was a mendacious effort by my opposition to undermine me and to try and smear me and to publish lies about me and to harass me. Oh, well, and the media go, oh no, I'm so sorry, John. I'm so sorry that you lost your seat. Oh, it's so terrible that you should be intimidated by the nasty independent Muslim sectarians, rather than people who just disagreed with you because of your policy positions, not just on Gaza, not just on, you know, social politics, but also on economic politics as well. You know, there is actually a room to the left of where the Labour Party is on the economy, and people like him who have communities who believe in these left-wing economic policies reject them overwhelmingly.
And to be fair, it's not just the left or whatever, it's whenever you go against the opinion that's allowed, right? So when Brexit happened, the people spoke, albeit relatively narrowly, but, you know, clearly, to leave. No, we need to have a second vote. We can't be having this. We need to have a second. We need to come up with some other reason why democracy doesn't need to happen in this instance. Fuck them. The people don't get to decide. We in Westminster have already decided for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting.
Exactly. And if anything could bring me joy from this state of affairs, is that the level of entitlement goes so hard that scorned lover Jonathan Ashworth goes onto his blue check Facebook account and starts shilling for optician competitors to the person who's defeated him.
That's really bad. That's so pathetic.
It is pathetic.
Are you literally stalking his fucking Facebook page as well? Like, leaving nasty comments on his fucking Instagram? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Jonathan? Again, what is it with these people? They're sociopaths. Maybe some of them are psychopaths. It's the same with Elon Musk, right? You are in a position of such immense privilege. You could do anything with your time. You could do fucking anything. This is Christmas. You could be spending time with your family. You could be coked off your nut with fucking hookers left, right, and centre. You could do anything. And you have decided to shill for an optometrist to try and financially undermine the guy who cocked you. I wonder why the people of Leicester South didn't want to vote for him.
It's crazy. It's honest. It's mental, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy to think this person might not have the best graces of the people of Leicester South. You couldn't. Completely inexplicable. It makes me so happy to know that the people I hate in politics are this pathetic.
Yeah, there's something nice to that. It's good. Like, you should always try and keep yourself in check. But when you get some clear sign from the universe that you're actually on the right side of things, you can be contented with that. You can be happy about that. When the people I dislike are this shit, I know I'm on the roughly right path, and that's okay.
Yeah, 100%. And again, this man has so much power as the head of Labour together. The fact that the Labour right are so obsessed with factionalism, so obsessed with petty score settling, that this is the level they will stoop to.
Yeah, they've essentially, in order to get rid of Jeremy Corbyn, they became so obsessed with factionalism that they stared too long into the abyss, and they have become the abyss. They are now so obsessed with factionalism that even though they're in power now, or in office, whatever, although they, again, Jonathan Ashworth very much sees it as power rather than office, they're still doing it. That's why Sue Gray had to be done away with, because again, there's a tiny factional difference, and we have to be the absolute purest of the pure. Unless you're absolutely in lockstep with exactly the one opinion, then you get shunted off. But don't worry, you will be made into a member of the House of Lords forever.
Exactly. That's the world these people live in. There's a funny clip from a interview the Politics Joe did at Labour conference with somebody talking about Labour students, essentially saying, well, these people don't actually care about trying to help people. You know, people who do care about things, they've all left and voted Green. But the people who are still there in Labour students are incredibly right-wing, but they don't care about real people. They like the idea of politics. They just want to have a sue and carry a briefcase. And this is absolutely exemplified by this level of pettiness, because no one whose genuine concern was service to the people would let themselves be this slighted by losing an election. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you like and leave a comment. That helps the video out in the algorithm. If you subscribe and ring the bell, it'll let you know when I go live. I stream every day on YouTube and Twitch. You can also follow all of my socials down in the description. And if you want to support me in a more financial manner, there's a join button for membership to just 99p to be a member on YouTube, as well as a Patreon, and there's some merch there as well. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.